gonna buy me a car. I did not have one, but at the last minute I decided to get turntables with the same amount of money, so I walked everywhere, but it was the best decision of my life. My name's DJ RTC, which stands for Roosevelt Treasure Chest. I've been DJing about 7 years. I started in college from Hyde Park on the south side, but I started DJing at Indiana University about my senior year. My parents were going to buy me a car. I did not have one, but at the last minute I decided to get turntables with the same amount of money, so I walked everywhere, but it was the best decision of my life. And right now I do mixtapes, I DJ at various venues, and run rubyhornet.com. I think that a lot of DJs right now are just, in general, don't necessarily want to be categorized as hip-hop DJs or any one kind of DJ, especially in Chicago right now. Like, dance music is kind of big, and you do see a lot of people that have been DJing just obviously since Serato came out, and they kind of maybe battle for respect. I think when I think of like a hip-hop DJ, I think of someone that it's not just about like playing hip-hop music, but digging, doing knowledge, having like turntable skills. Like hip-hop DJs in Chicago that I would think of is like someone like Timbuktu can rock a party, and he knows how to actually DJ, like the technique. A lot of them, man. Even the older ones. There's like a whole change in the guard going on right now, but like DJ Babu or Mixmaster Mike or DJ Premier, that's kind of what I think of as when I think of as a hip hop DJ. And those are people that I put myself. I look to gauge kind of what I'm doing. So yeah. Well, I do a lot of different things as a DJ. Like, I think that the whole thing also of DJing with the way technology is like it's not as much on the radio to break a new artist or whatever. A DJ's realm and doing that kind of role of breaking new artists and talking to people is done kind of online. So like I see Ruby Hornet as an extension of me as a DJ, the way that I'm able to get new music and profile new artists and put it up on the web, and then also making connections happen, working with artists, being in the studio with them, and making a connection between two artists that I work with. So that's one way, but specifically like DJing wise, I put out a mixtape with GLC called GLC and RTC, similar to the letters. I put out a mixtape with Knowledge, the Kids in the Hall, called Welcome to Brainiac Society, and I also just finished mixing Knowledge's Chicago Picasso project that's coming out on Duck Down later this summer. That's also with Timbuktu, and I think Mick Boogie is getting involved, but that has a lot of people on it. And I did a mixtape with Just Blaze and SC, all his beats. And I got things going on, similar things. I just got a whole bunch of beats from a producer I don't really want to name now, but to kind of A&R that project. So that's a long answer. In short, DJing, I feel me being a writer, me just talking and working with artists, going to the studio and documenting the culture is part of being a DJ now with the new technologies that we have, that it's gone beyond turntables and microphone on a radio station to turntables. Some people don't even have turntables, which we could argue if they're even DJs, but turntables, your microphone is almost your website, and really having to do legwork differently. I would just, if a young kid did come to me and ask me how do you start being a DJ, I would just tell them to learn the basics first and start at the beginning, which I do think should be with, if they're using CDJs or they're using turntables or whatever, I think the first thing should always be like a fundamentally sound performer, so that there's no, so you know what you're doing if someone asks you, but just, there's a kind of, I think, a quality that a DJ has that is just maybe innate, and it's like a kind of a certain kind of love for music. I do feel that like even Serato or anything, like you could give me the same exact records as someone else, but the way I put it together is going to be different just because of my approach and the way I interact with music. And that's really what I think makes a DJ, because with all the new technology, some of these things will mix the records for you. They will beat match it for you. And I think it's gonna, the new technology, while it may make DJing more accessible, people can get music. You don't necessarily have to buy anything like you used to have to invest in wax, but it's really gonna be about bringing something extra and original and unique. And that's what I would tell any aspiring DJ.
Okay.
And then the last thing is to just take baby steps. I think that's the thing that may annoy me the most, is that people may start DJing, a month ago, and they already want to really, do gigs and things like that. And that's, I just think there should be some putting on the brakes and really perfecting it in your bedroom first. Not enough DJs are staying in their bedroom for the practice runs. That's, I think, really good. 3 months in a bedroom should be required, maybe 6.
All right, cool. All right.
So what do you have on?
Duran.
DJ Low Key.
Catch